Let's see if I can last an hour. Idaho Garden Girl, thank you for like number one. Smashing Machine, Mr. Rise, thank you for being here. You got COVID? God bless you. Horrible. KP Heathen, thank you for coming in. Well, I haven't been on. I missed 3 nights. Been sick. Let's see how many people show up tonight. I usually do a little better on weekends. You know, a lot of, excuse me, a lot of illnesses pretty much are, you know, viruses and bacteria and such, airborne. As you breathe, as you cough, as you sneeze, as you pass gas. Danger Dale, thank you for coming. So a lot of stuff is airborne, and the idea of social distancing, um, yeah, you need to social distance, all right, but it's a lot more than 6 feet, especially if you're in an enclosed space. People get stuff. At school right now, where I work, a lot of the kids are sick. You know, a kid gets sick, and they're really in a bad way, and their parents keep them home for 2-3 days, and oftentimes they're feeling a little better, but they're still contagious. They can still pass it on. You know, they're still, you know, and they come back to school, and you know, a week later, everybody around them is sick because they gave it to them. Well, I think that's what happens to me. One of my kids was sick, had to go to the emergency room. Poor people. They don't go to the doctor, they go to the emergency room, you know. And he missed 3 days of school and was in a pretty bad way. But then he came back and he was still sick, you know. And then here a week later, this kid's sick, and this kid's sick, and this kid's sick, and guess what? I'm sick. So, you know, they pass it on. Die Bullfrog, 79. Hello, Uncle Al. So, I have not really had the strength to do anything. I just really have not felt well. I have not felt well, so I really haven't felt like doing anything. I did not miss any work. This time I don't know. I went to the doctor here a while back, and I had a real bad cold. And I did not, you know, I was taking medication that I'd had previously. But I don't like to miss work, so I was. Hello, Ina. Ia's Mixed Vog. Thank you for coming here. I don't like to miss work, and I force myself to, you know, to go in. Absenteeism. They got so many people absent at work that they're using paraprofessionals and teachers, special ed teachers and paraprofessionals, to cover classes. They're short of substitutes. A lot of people out. So I'm feeling better. I still have my cough. I'm still taking cough medication, but I don't have the strength. You know, I just really don't have much strength. Holly Ivans, thank you for coming in. Yes, please hit the like button. 7 in the house and 7 likes. So I purchased a lot on Amazon during Black Friday, and I was comparison pricing stuff, and I made sure what I was getting a good deal on it. Mr. Whistle, thank you for coming in. And Susanna Morrison, proud single mom. Thank you for coming in. If you have not left a like, please leave a like to support the channel. So, I started I started doing community wall posts earlier. I did like 6 of them. And Melinda Elliott, thank you for coming in, Melinda Elliott. Thank you. Ala Kaneda, thank you for coming in, Ala Kaneda. So what I did was I took images of things that I got in from Black Friday, things I'd purchased, and I posted on my community wall, and then I indicated what I paid for it on Black Friday. In addition to that, I had indicated my live stream tonight so that people would see that, you know, I was going to be on tonight. And in each of my first 5 posts, I linked 10 channels. So that's 50 channels. And these are people that I subscribe to, that subscribe me, that I view their stuff when I can, that they view my stuff, they come onto my live streams and such. So I wanted to let everybody know that I'm back, and that as I try to share with people preps and examples of stuff that they can get or they should get, I would indicate what I paid for it, and these are all good items. I own them, you know, I buy them. So as an example, I had purchased some freeze-dried milk powder from Augustin Farms, and number 10 can. These are all number 10 cans. The freeze-dried milk, when you mix it up, and you can mix up small quantities at a time, you can make about 2.5 gallons from that one number 10 can freeze-dried milk. And you start looking at preps and, you know, how much you use. If everybody's drinking milk, you know, I would think that one of those cans might last a couple of weeks, because we get a gallon of milk every week, you know, for cereal or for, you know, whatever. So you want to consider that when you're buying preps and things that you're going to use that are, you know, essentials. Like milk is an essential. You want to have enough of it to last you a while. So the idea of having a rotation set up, you want to buy on a regular basis to build up your preps. You rotate and you build up your preps. Now with freeze-dried foods and such, it's got a shelf life of 20, 25, 30 years. So it's not something that you have to worry about that I've got to use it within a year, or like you buy a can of Nito, like you get a number 10 can of Nito. And similarly, it'll make you a couple of gallons. You know, you'll make 2.5 gallons with that Nito. That Nito's going to cost you $15, $16 for that Nito, which is basically what you're paying for that freeze-dried. But it's got a 1-year shelf life. So you need to really think about that. You need to really think about that when you're prepping. When you're buying canned foods, you know, they come with expiration dates or best by dates. Things will come with expiration or best by dates. You've got to know how long things will last under optimum conditions. And then stuff like that, you need to put in a rotation. You know, make sure you got dates on it. I put dates on all my, you know, cans when they came in. But I'm not worried about, you know, I'm not worried about freeze-dried, long-term storage. What I'm worried about is, do I have enough of it? You know, and if I'm trying to pace myself, like I'm going to spend a certain amount every month, well, then certain things I'm going to be ordering, because I would say 2 number 10 cans is about a month's supply for, you know, family of 3 or 4 of powdered milk, you know. And then likewise, you know, butter powder. You use butter. How much do you use? You know, cheese powder. You eat cheese, good protein. You know, you need to look at stuff like that. How much do you use? How much do you need? Now, the other thing I would tell you is that you're going to use the canned goods and the shelf, non-shelf stable items first. You're going to run through those before you really start hitting into your freeze-dried. And if you're talking about like a major, something happens and you're not going to be able to get anything for a while, you want to go through your canned good stuff. Things that are perishable. Power-wise, okay, you don't have electricity. Now, with an inverter and a battery bank and a means to recharge it, you can keep certain things going. Like you can have your refrigerator running. And one thing you need to know, and I need to do this for my newer refrigerators, how much power are they drawing? In a 24-hour period, how much power are you drawing? Now, the thing about solar power, you're going to get your best solar in the summer. That's when you're going to get the maximum. And you're going to get your weakest solar in the winter, you know. So, do you have enough battery power for winter to run what you want to run? Vay, thank you for coming in, Vay. Verna. Vay's place, Verna. She is the Quail Whisperer. How are you doing, young lady? Little Lone Prepper, thank you for coming in, Little Lone Prepper. And the Bud Files. I started talking prepping. I'm not looking to see who's coming in to greet them. Good to see all of you. I'm sorry I was away for 3 days due to illness. Hadn't been on. And I'm really behind in the chat. Proud Islander, thank you for coming in, Proud Islander. As you come in, please leave a like to support the channel. It is most appreciated. KP Heathen is greeting people. Sue Me, thank you for coming in, Sue Me. I oftentimes feel like I have to repeat myself and say things over and over because I don't know, as people come in, if they're hearing the importance of what I'm trying to get at. So let me go back. Yes, and please hit the like button. Please replay when the live stream is over. If you would come back and leave me a comment, I'd appreciate it. I'm getting very close to 1,500, and I'm embarrassed because it's been a couple of months since I've done a giveaway because I've been growing very slowly. And you know, when you don't feel good and you're tired, your brain's not really at its peak. So it's like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to veg. You know, sleep a lot. Like today, I slept during the day. You know, Saturday, I'm off from work. I slept a lot during the day. I go to bed 8:30, and you know, I sleep. I wake up maybe 2 or 3 times, go to the restroom, my kidneys. Well, thank you. I feel better. Yeah, Uncle Al, I know it's hard sometimes. Um, I was growing really fast, and I caught and I passed a bunch of people who had been several hundred subscribers ahead of me, and now I've got people coming up, running away from me. I just have not been growing the last few months because I haven't been putting the effort in. I haven't been putting the time in. I've been trying to do my hour a day live stream, and I'm getting my watch hours in. But as far as the growth, no, I really haven't been growing. I've basically been growing from the standpoint of somebody comes in, subscribes me, and I subscribe them. I subscribe everybody that comes into my channel on one of my live streams. Wayne the Ungrateful Peasant, thank you for being here. So, as I was saying, you need to have an inventory of what you have, and you need to have it dated, and you need to know how long you can expect it to be good, and then you need to start a rotation. As you buy newer, it goes in the back, the older comes to the front, and you got a rotation going. In an SHTF serious situation, the way things would work for me. Okay, we have a hurricane, and the power goes out, and I have 2 refrigerators, Bought them at the same time. I've got one in my kitchen. I've got one in the garage, and I have a stand-up freezer in the garage. The freezer's packed with food. Both of the refrigerators, you know, the freezer's packed, and then you've got your juices, beverages, waters, milks, cheese, butter, whatever, down below in the refrigerated section. Salads and various things, vegetables, fruits. Now, the power goes out. I can expect with what I have right now, I can keep one refrigerator going. So I can keep, and a matter of fact, the way that the house is wired, when I remodeled, I have 3 plugs in my kitchen that are separate plugs, wired solar, that go into my power bank inverter. So I can run power through it. It's like the equivalent of having an extension cord plugged into your inverter, but it's like, it's wired that way. When I had everything bare, I wired it. So I would keep one of them going. Really, I'm looking at getting probably a dual power, something I would run on propane, having several tanks of propane. I could probably keep the other 2 going for a week. That'll be my next purchase, a big purchase. Will probably be 2 dual power generators, and I'll run them on propane. And I want to be able to alternate them where I rest them. I don't want to just keep them running constantly. You know, we'll run one down full tank, 20-pound tank, and then we'll switch off, the other one run, and then we'll go back. You know, and then the thing about your refrigerator and your freezers, they're not running constantly. They're not drawing power constantly. They cycle. You know, they cycle on and off. Same thing with like a 12-volt refrigerator. I just bought a new Bouge RV 37-liter that we use for camping and such. We'll use it for camping or for whatever. 12 volt, 12 or 24 volt, 12 volt. And it's got wheels on one end. It's got you can pull out where you can move it around. And we would use that for camping. You can also use that, you know, in a grid down situation, an extended grid down situation. You can have your essentials. Like, okay, I can keep bottled water, milk, butter, cheese, you know, certain things that you want to keep refrigerated. I could keep that thing going because it's not drawing a lot of power. When the thing's running, it's maybe using 40 watts. It cycles. And I've got more than enough solar to keep the thing going, you know, for a week without recharging. You know, mine is a chest. My freezer is a chest. I probably need to take a picture of it and post it on my wall. It's the top load. The refrigerators are Frigidairs. They're matching. They've got a freezer section above, and then they got their refrigerated section below. Maria Varga Vlog. Thank you for coming in, Maria Varga Vlog. Maria Marga Fog. So, good morning where you're at. You're on the other side of the world this evening here in the States. Uh, so as I was saying, if something were to happen, one, we would be trying to make sure we use and eat stuff from the freezer, from the fridge, because it could theoretically go bad if you don't have power after a period of a couple of days. And well, yeah, if you got a freezer, the stuff from the bottom's going to be hard to get to. Yep. So, but like I was saying, you need to have an inventory and you need to have a list. And if you are trying to, if you're trying to develop some depth in your preps, then you need to, consider, well, how much do I use? How long will this last? How long does it have to last? And same thing, like with medication. If the grid was going to be down for 6 months and you take medication that you need to survive, what are you going to do? Normally, your insurance will cover 3 months, a 90-day supply. When did that happen? How far through that 90-day supply are you when something happens? You think about that? I think about that. So, something you could do is you could bite the bullet and have a year's supply filled, and then keep your 90-day supply rotating with your insurance and rotate that year's supply so that you've always got fresh coming in every 90 days and you're using that year's supply in with your fresh. And the point is, if you stop getting it, you still have a year's worth of it. At least a year's worth of it. And that's something to take into consideration. Now, I don't know about it, if you're a diabetic and you're taking insulin, that's going to be a rough road to hoe. I don't know. But if you're taking like blood pressure medication or cholesterol medication or a diuretic or whatever, or maybe an arthritis medication, you can get that stuff like that, and you can manage that so that you're not going to go without your medication. And if you take metformin, you can do the same thing. Like if you've got like borderline diabetes, or pre-diabetes, whatever they want to call it, and you take metformin, the pills, you can certainly acquire an extended supply of that. But the number one thing that I talk about is water. Clean water. If you don't have clean water, you're not going to be alive. If you don't have a clean source of water, if you don't have a way to clean water, purify it, filter it, boil it, that's going to get you dysentery, You know, you're going to get something other. You're not going to live long. Back in the days, bad water, poisoned water, um, short lives. And there were people that would not even drink water. They'd only drink wine. They'd make this wine. It was like low quality wine. It was like low level, but it was like, you know, fermented wine. And they would drink that instead of water because they couldn't trust the water. Frostbite. Thanks for coming in, Frostbite, in the house. So as I was saying, look at my community wall. If you are not, um, if you don't get notifications, I'd hit that bell to receive notifications. I don't post a lot. I don't do a lot of videos. I don't do a lot of shorts. I do a few here and there. I always try to make it relevant and stuff to help people. Oftentimes it's price related, so you can see this is what I got. This is good stuff to have. This is what it cost, or this is what I paid for it. And need to think about stuff like that. Um, how are you going? I mean, there's things to think about. It's winter. Winter's here. Um, how are you going to stay warm if the power goes out? What will you do to stay warm if the power goes out? Well, you could have a buddy heater that runs on propane, those 1 pound green canisters, or you can have a hose and run a 20 pound propane bottle. Run your buddy. Have a couple of those. Good to have. Power goes out. We've got a fireplace, wood burning fireplace. Having, you know, alternate sourced heaters. Are you someplace where it's always, when it's winter time, it's always frozen, stays below freezing? Then you need to have an extended power source or a way to heat. Here where I'm at, you know, it'll get down super cold for a few days, and then it comes back up. And we might have 2 or 3 of those during the course of the winter. Like when they have like the winter storm, you know, the big winter storm, like a bunch of people died because of the power grid and everything overloaded. There were people that died because they couldn't stay warm. They didn't have proper clothes, or they didn't, for whatever reason, they didn't have a way to heat or whatever. They got caught out someplace. They weren't dressed right. A lot of people died. Yeah, you want to have lots of wood. Buy it by the cord. You know. You know, if things went back to the way they used to be, most people would be burning wood, or they'll be burning coal. Pot belly stove. Yep, the old days. You can also heat your coffee and cook on it. Nope, they're not good in winter. You can get frozen and get gangrene. You're not protected. Mom of 4 boys. Thank you for coming in. Please leave a like if you have not done so. Helps the channel. So as I was saying, your mother-in-law passed away yesterday. Well, may she rest in peace. Our days are numbered. Every morning when you wake up, thank the Lord. Bless the day. Thank Him for the day. When you pray, sincerely, ask for forgiveness of your sins. You want to ask for something? Ask for your health. Ask for safety for you and your family. Ask for wisdom. Don't ask for money. You know, Lord, give me money. Lord, give me money. So, if you're looking to meet some new channels, you can go through my community wall post, and I always link channels that I support that support me. Yes, please hit the like button. I always link channels, and these are good channels. They will support you if you support them. Grow together. So as I was saying, and I was using, because I was figuring this, I got to figure this out. How much can you make with the number 10 can? How much do you use? How long will that last? So, well, I got a number 10 can of milk. Well, that'll last me 6 months. It'll last you for 2.5 gallons, however long it takes to, and you can mix it up as you go. But really, it's a couple of weeks, maybe. So I paid, I was looking today and they're like $16 today. And they've got a 20-year shelf life. Marie Holiday, thank you for coming in, Marie Holiday. They've got about, a 20-year shelf life. So you don't have to really worry about that they're going to go bad on you anytime soon. But if you're budgeting prepping and you're budgeting, what you can spend and buying extras and such, I would look at stuff like milk. Milk's a biggie. You can weigh milk. I've got tons of it. But it's not that would not last forever because we drink it. We would be drinking it. We'd be mixing up and drinking it. Milk, water, having lots and lots and lots of water. Water storage. I've got. I try not to deal with it in quantities over 3 gallons for being able to move it around. Like a 5-gallon jug, and I've got a couple of those for like a water dispenser. Those are hell. I'm not as strong as I used to be. And that's a lot of weight. 5 gallons is a lot of weight. A gallon is over 8 pounds. So I get the 3-gallon. I've got a bunch of those that I can stack. I stack them 3 high. They, you basically got a little thing where you can just sit them on top of each other. I stack them 3 high. And I've got 3/4 inch plywood shelves. Our garage is basically storage. You couldn't get a vehicle in there to save your soul. And I did all the way through. I've done rows and rows of reinforced plywood, and we keep gallon size water and the 24 packs. Just, you know. And that's something we sort of rotate. I mean, water, a shelf life for water, not really. You have it long enough, it'll start tasting a little plasticky, but it's drinkable. Now, some people will buy bricks. You can buy water bricks where you fill them up and you stack them. It's like building blocks, bricks. And they're like 2.5 gallons. And you can buy them. They're sort of expensive, but they're a neat way to, you know. And you can refill your bottles. You know, you can filter water, refill it. Water's going for about $1 a gallon. You get a 6-pack, 6 gallons. It's about $1 a gallon. The 24 packs are about $3.50. The half liters, they're about $3.50 now. So I buy lots of stuff, and I'm not filming it. I need to. I really need to. I'm going to be doing my 1,500 subscriber giveaway, and I was like at 1486, and at some point I'll hit the 1,500. If you want to have a shot and be in the drawing, you want me to put your name in the hat, please leave a like and supportive comment on my last 5 videos. I'll take the 5 prior to hitting 1,500. And if you've left me a like and supportive comment on those 5, I'll put your name in the hat and we'll draw it out, and if your name gets called, you get a goodie box. I'll ask you to email me where you live, and I'll get a goodie box to you in a week or so. If you want to see what's like one of my goodie boxes is like, look at one of my other giveaway videos. I've been doing it since 500. And I also send friends goodie boxes and stuff. A couple of them I've asked, resend me your mailing address. And they haven't done it. I guess they don't want me to send them goodies for Christmas. But I was planning on sending out some goodies for Christmas. And I try to support those who support me. I shout out those who I try to give watch time. I'll run a playlist, and I'll play videos on the playlist, and then I'll go back and I'll leave a like and a comment, let them know I did a full replay, like live streaming. I'm at the point where I'm not overly worried about the channel numbers getting larger, but trying to get my 4,000 watch hours, you know. And I'm getting closer. So at 3,000 watch hours, at 3,000, you can get partial monetization, where you can get super chats. Somebody can, you know, give you money. They call it super chats. And you can do stuff with your merchandise. If you got merchandise or whatever, you can, you know. With 4,000, you can get paid for commercials, watch time commercials, such. They're running commercials on my channel right now. If I run a significant video, they'll run a commercial. If you don't have the preferred, the premium, got to pay about $20 a month for the premium. If you don't have the premium, they run commercials. You got to watch commercials, or you got to deal with them. And people are monetized; they get paid a little bit for those commercials when they run those commercials on their channel. Yes, you have to, Holly. I forgot to. I don't know what happened, but I didn't save your address. I saved yours, Uncle Al. Take care, Uncle Al. God bless you. And Little Lone Pepper, please send me your mailing address again too. So as and so that you'll know, some of the things I'm going to be sending out in my boxes, one of my big things is Tabasco. I love Tabasco. And I may send you a selection of Tabasco sauces. The traditional red pepper sauce, which is a number 3 on the scale between 1 and 5, it's a 3. The chipotle, which is my preferred preference one, is a 2 on the scale. It's not really hot. It's tasty. And then the green sauce, which is like a light of the red. The green sauce is a 2. There are other types of sauce, but those are the 3 main ones that I get. And you did? Well, I need to look for it because I guess I haven't been checking my email, my personal email. I've got a school email that I constantly getting stuff. I need to check. I'll see if I can find it. And but some of the things I'm gonna send is I'm gonna send some hot sauces. I'm gonna send some stoves and tabs. The stove comes with 24 and send an extra pack. I'm gonna send some of that. I'm also gonna send some of these. This is my go-to. You can actually heat a room with this. You get a couple of these burning, and you can actually heat a room. And these you use like canned heat. This will burn for 6 hours, and you can start it, stop it, start it, stop it, 6 hours. You got a couple of those burning, and you can burn them indoors. You got a couple of those burning, and it'll heat a bedroom. You can keep it up above your freezing. I buy the packs of over. I like it because I got a Sam's about a mile from where I live, and I go to Sam's. And you get a 12-pack. It's not that expensive. They're like a couple of dollars a can. And the same thing with butane. I've got a butane stove, a couple of them. I can run on butane. The butane is, I can get a 4-pack for like $9 of the butanes. I have several of these. And I've shown stoves before. I've got a couple of them. You can cook on them. The butane stuff I would probably use outside. You want ventilation. So, I mean, when I send out I will be sending out some prepping stuff. And you want to experiment with it. It's not expensive. I got a 3-pack of these, is 72 for like $20. So it's not that expensive. And I would say basically you burn about 3 tabs at a time. So this will give you about 8 burns if you're making water or whatever stuff. One of these will last you a couple of days if you're burning it. Like say 4 times a day you're heating water. 2 days. Not that expensive. I mean, emergencies and such. And then, but the preferred one, it takes about 15 minutes to boil water, and one of these will burn for 6 hours. You can turn it on and off, 6 hours. Yes, it's very good. Uh, I need to. Maybe I'll post tomorrow. I was over at Sam's. The little propane bottles, the little bottles that you get, those are going for about $5 a piece now. They'll go for about $5. Now, your buddy here, you'll use one of those. One of those bottles will last you 6 or 7 hours. So if you're basically just keeping the thing going, you're going to use about 3 of those in a 24-hour period if you're just constantly going. Yeah, butane stove is it is. It is. I've got a nice Coleman. It's in a plastic case. But as far as like heating stuff and cooking stuff and boiling water, a 12-volt kettle running solar powered. You're running the sun, you're running energy. So having a slow cooker or a rice cooker, having a kettle to boil water, for like freeze dried or whatever, or making your coffee. I ordered a 12-pack of coffee sticks today. Taster's Choice. I'll show you when it comes in. They should be in Monday. I like to buy those. I buy those over at Walmart. You go buy a 6-pack at Walmart. It's like $1.16 right now. You buy the Folgers, the little Folgers coffee sticks, a 7-pack of those. They're $1 for 7. And when I do the Folgers, I do 8 ounces of water. When I do the Taster's Choice, I do 10 ounces of water. And you get more coffee in the Taster's Choice one. But I bought a 12-pack of the Taster's Choice, and it was like $13 for a 12-pack. And a 12-pack, you get like 80, 84, 96, 12 times 7. My math is escaping me right now. I'm slowly going crazy. All right, little lone prepper, I'll look for it. If you send me an email, I'm the only person that will see it. There's nobody looks at my email. My wife, my kid does not look at my email. So, and I'm not going to give it out to anybody. That's between you, me, and the postman who makes the deliveries. But I will be putting some stuff together. 84. Yeah, yeah, 84. Thank you, Melinda. I'm looking to buy. I think I'm gonna buy some the Mountain House coffee. You can get like a 365 servings, like a 1-year supply, for like $60. Freeze dried coffee. long-term freeze-dried coffee. I'm thinking about buying one of those. If the world came to an end, I'd be in a sad state if I didn't have coffee. I could be without a lot, but I want my coffee, and I keep quite a bit of it, in various forms. It'd be a long time before I'd run out of coffee. Same thing with milk. So I'm stocking up on cheese powder, butter powder, peanut butter powder, powdered milk, various oats, cream of wheat. You can get those number 10 cans for less than $10 a pop right now. Look at my community wall. I posted a lot of that stuff. I'll be posting some more. And I really need to do some videos. But like I said, I've been stocking up on stuff that I'm going to be giving away. I'll be when I'll get off this coming Friday. Hopefully I'll be completely well by then, so I'll have my energy back, and I'll be off for 16 days, and I'll be sending some stuff out. You'll either get it before Christmas or get it after Christmas if I send you something. Hopefully I'll also get my 1,500 subscriber giveaway out of the way. And like I said, I'm not stressed out over it. I could reach out today and I'd be over 1,500 if I did an outreach. I haven't been doing an outreach to new channels. I've been letting them come to me, and they're coming to me slower than they were. So I was looking at an article today about new laws. Over 700 laws took effect December the 1st. 700 in Texas. The special sessions have been passing crap like you would not believe. And Texas, being a border state, well, especially along the border, I'm not close to the border where I'm at. They're suffering. They are suffering. The big blue cities where they've all been going to, they know the safest places for them to go where they'll get help. The big blue cities, the sanctuary places. They're overwhelmed. They're displacing a lot of our citizens who are homeless. The homeless citizens, they're displacing them. They're taking care of the illegals before they take care of the citizens. The veterans are getting less care than the people who serve the military. Getting less care than the illegals. You're racist. You're a horrible person. You're racist. Everything's racist. God, Jesus Christ. Excuse my language, but everything's racist. Take care, Holly. I figure Lee, the Cold War prepper, is probably getting ready to go on at 8. So some of you will want to go over there. And I plan on being back tomorrow at 7 p.m. for my Sunday edition of Taco Talk. And we're prepping for SHTF. Have a plan. Make sure everybody knows what the plan is. stick with it. Get your preps together. Be organized. Write down what you have. Make a list of what you need and start shopping it. That's what you need to do. I appreciate the prayers from people who've been praying for me. I am feeling better. I'm still weak. I went to work all this week when I felt like crap. You know, absenteeism at work is high, but I mean, I've got that old work ethic. And I'll miss work. You know, if my wife or my wife or my kid, yeah, I'll miss work. But usually for me, I basically push through. It's old school. Old school. So, uh, I was a scout for a couple of years. I didn't get my, I didn't get my Eagle Scout. My father passed away, and that I got disrupted and stopped. But I learned a lot from the scouts, and I believe in the scout motto, which is be prepared. Everybody needs to be prepared as much as you can be. And life is good, but it is what it is. And I oftentimes tell people to pray daily, lead by example, treat people the way you want to be treated. Everybody, please have a blessed day, and I will hopefully see y'all back tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another edition of Taco Talk. Bye.